whatever the attitude is. At least I know he's still working. The lady who was going to help me, she was kind enough to let me know she was going to be a little bit late. A lot of people don't do that. They just leave you hanging. And then they pretend like you're the bad guy when they repeatedly leave you hanging. You're not supposed to say nothing when they repeatedly leave you hanging. You're just supposed to brush it off like it ain't no thing. After you wasted all that time, all that energy. And you're just supposed to blindly trust people. And then you're told not to trust anybody. And then you're told you're never going to get anywhere in life if you can't learn to trust somebody. And then you're told, you know, the reason you're not getting anywhere in life is because you're too trusting. Ain't no way to win. No matter what, there's always assholes who think that even that little bit of fucking pinky power that they got is better than your humanity, better than your life. Like you wouldn't think somebody who's a gas pump attendant would want to be lowly enough to look down on anybody. A lot of people say that, don't they? Well, you wouldn't think somebody who's just flipping burgers would expect $15 an hour. Well, $15 an hour ain't even a living wage anymore. In most places in America, if you had two full-time jobs earning $18 an hour, they'd take out enough in taxes that, well, you're not really making it anywhere except round in circles. Again. When it comes to safety issues, one of the safety issues out here is you got to go to people that don't understand. They don't listen, they don't care. You get a lot of people who will pretend to care until you got no resources. And then they, of course, no longer pretend to care. The problem is when those people promise they're going to help you with something that really, to begin with, wouldn't have taken any time at all. But the longer it goes on, the more time it's going to take. And more injuries are incurred upon myself and others, and that's just not okay. Of course, I also have it a little bit different in my own mind. In my own mind, if you're not going to turn in your predators, you shouldn't ask anybody else for help in the situation. If you're not going to turn them into the police, you should not be asking other people for help. Because chances are, if you're not going to turn them in, then innocent people who helped you out are going to be the ones who take the punishment. That's just not cool. It's not cool for people to help you out of a shitty situation, and you're going to walk right back into that situation they helped you out of. And then, of course, when they're being victimized, that's when you tell them, oh, well, you just need to mind your business, really. Or was you just need to mind your business when you needed a rescue, when he supposedly beat the shit out of you again. And when he does it again, that's when you come to me for help again. Like, oh, Sean's the only guy who will take that abuse. Sean was the only guy who will come back repeatedly after I kick him in the teeth because I want some dick. Lonesome, right? You get lonely and you want to try the honeymoon period. Figure you kind of get back together with him on a trial basis. And then he and his friends make the people who helped you, he and his friends make their life a living hell. When you go back to him, you have to stop being friends with the people who helped you out. Or, of course, he's constantly paranoid that you're listening to your paranoid-ass friends. Now, I can't tell you in these situations who was the victim and who was the predator. In a lot of these situations, I wasn't there to tell you who was the victim and who was the predator. What I was there to do is make sure that everything went by smoothly and nobody got injured, hurt, nobody got shot. And if anybody pulled any fucked up shenanigans, there was a goddamn witness. I don't always side with the person I showed up with. But I do leave it up to the evidence to be the deciding factor. This he said, she said bullshit is never okay, but we allow police to get away with it every single day. We allow them to deny body camera evidence in the courts, to deny access to such things. They're allowed to press false charges on you when you try to press real charges on them. And then, of course, as a male, you're told you just need to let it go, unless you're a black male. Black male is okay. Wait a second. That's a wordplay, isn't it? Alright, ain't nothing left in that bag of garbage. This one right here has a worm sandwich in it still. And a Gatorade. It's a double steak and cheese, I think is what he said. And a cookie and some Doritos. Say all in all, I got a decent meal. And I already ate a meal. So I'll be good to go for tonight. There are a lot of shitty people in the world. Not everybody who's going to do something fucked up to you is Donald goddamn Trump. For a lot of us, our parents were our first predators. Our parents were the first ones to rip us off, to take advantage of us, to fuck with our food or fuck with our social security number. Now, fucking with somebody's food, that's something they do in the jails and the prisons when they don't like you. And this is something they're specifically trained not to do. Don't fuck with an inmate's food. And what do? They fuck with the inmate's food. Especially if you're called mentally ill. So you end up with a lot of bullies that end up in law enforcement. Or, of course, they're not good enough for real law enforcement. They're so mentally unhinged, they can only get a job as a bouncer at your local jail. Ooh. Takes some special skills there, that, don't it? Let's throw away this here garbage. There are garbage cans here. The lady who's coming to see me, she's going to come see me in my car. She's running a little late. She was kind enough to let me know ahead of time that she was going to be running a little late, instead of ignoring me for 2 weeks after promising me that she wouldn't. Like, of course, Michelle Stewart, or Michelle Delphin Edwards, whatever she wants to go by, Michelle Yoko Stewart. You know, that's not just rude, that is detrimental to the victim. That's time that they can't get back, and that is time that their predators are able to do a lot of things and get away with a lot of things. I understand a lot of people didn't want to come forward at first when Natalie disappeared. But after they realized that I didn't abduct Natalie. I didn't kill Natalie. I didn't do anything of that sort. They should have come forward. Especially since they knew that I'm not prone to bullshit. Of course, there's also the part where when they get busted doing something stupid, they automatically go into defense mode, and that's even dumber. You know why? Because they already got busted. The evidence is already there. When I do something, I do it loud and proud. Then again, I'm not a coward. All right, got myself some decent tobaccos here. Very nice. All right. I guess I can check a couple more ashtrays. Some of the ones further down are more likely to have some. One thing I'm genuinely surprised by is the number of people out here screaming for help who ain't willing to help another human being out. They know what help they need. They know the other human being needs the same exact help they need. And still, they're gonna not help anybody else and then complain nobody helps them. Or they promise to help you how you need, and instead you end up helping them how they need, and then they disappear. Or they say they'll listen to the situation, and you try to explain the situation, but you don't get to because you keep interrupting you to tell you about them. Ugh. People are both complicated and stupid. Write that down. The more people there are in a given area, the more likely they are to act stupid. The more likely they are to do stupid things to other people. Anyway, that lady told me she was gonna be able to show up from 4 to 5, but now it's gonna end up being 4:15 to 5 o'clock, I guess. It's still better than nothing. I've written down a lot of my experiences in notebooks. Surprising how many of my notebooks have been lost or stolen, mostly stolen. Anyway, I'm gonna relocate to over by the McDonald's. That way when that lady comes to visit with me. Well, actually let's see what time it is. 3:54, so like 20 minutes. I can be patient for 20 minutes. I guess since my phone is close to dying, I should probably plug it in for at least a few minutes. Also, I've got access to the computer for a few minutes at least if I go to McDonald's. The manager feller, half manager, whatever he is, he might be the full manager, I don't know. But that ain't the best guy to have not like you. When it comes to pothead migration, Oregon is the new Colorado. Right after Amendment 64 passed, one thing myself and many other people were afraid of Matter of fact, a lot of potheads that I knew wouldn't vote for the legalization of marijuana in Colorado because they were afraid all of the idiots all over America who were too lazy to do anything would want to magically show up on our doorstep and impose themselves upon us. Bunch of shitty attitudes from New York and shitty attitudes from Los Angeles, all converging on Colorado to be shitty assholes. So they kind of gave potheads a bad name and, of course, throw things all over the ground, but that's Colorado folks, too. As a homeless person in Colorado, I probably spent a good 30% of my walking time picking up garbage, if not more. Anxiety. Anyway, it's about 1:04, and I do think I should probably head over to the McDonald's. I think the parking lot over there is probably a safe place to be, at least for right now. Oh, that's not going to work. There we go. Ain't exactly easy to drive with the parking brake on. Anyway, with her not being able to get here for 15 minutes, I figured she took me over for Subway yesterday. So she knows where that is and where the McDonald's is, so that'd be easier for her to find. She might assume that I'm parked at the same place I was yesterday, which I actually haven't been. Almost to our destination. No, sir.
That'll distribute.
I would like a large coffee with 15 sugars and 15 creamers.
Alright.
Thank you, sir.
What flavor is it?
There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Perfect. All right. Well, it didn't want to go on. All right. So I just got a call from Vicky, and she was actually able to show up on time, and I wasn't where she expected my car to be. Here we be. Suppose I had to find my animated recording device. No, that's not it. That's a guy. There's my keys. Make sure I got a little bit of a charge on it before she shows up, because I haven't had it on in a couple of days. The guy who doesn't like me is working today, but he's not giving me any issues. Mostly because as soon as I seen he was working, I just left. I don't want any problems. Makes things easier on me when I don't have to be around people like that. It also kind of sucks when there's a lot of people like that in positions of power that think they can just bully you. Of course, they sure as shit don't like being bullied back, do they? Oh, poor them, poor them, poor them, they're victims now. How dare anybody stand up to them? Poor them, poor them. Fuck it. That might be her, so I should probably end the video and have a conversation.